You know, for a platform mostly aimed at kids, Roblox has a surprising amount of good horror games. Seriously, some of the games on here are good enough to be on something like Steam. A lot of them don't even look like they're in Roblox. However, since the platform allows anybody to make pretty much anything and adds a monetary incentive, it's safe to say that a lot of the games made on Roblox will not be good. And the horror genre is no exception. There are plenty more terrible horror games on Roblox than there are good ones. And well, it's been a while since I made a video making fun of bad Roblox games, so I thought that in order to celebrate the Halloween season, I would take a look at 4 Roblox horror games because, I don't know, I thought it'd be funny. Oh, and before I get into the games, I just wanted to quickly mention that you shouldn't go and harass the creators of them. Okay, we got that? Good. Time to talk about Don't Get Sniffed. So, in Don't Get Sniffed, you have to run around the not back rooms while collecting boogers and escaping the nose monster. This is literally a villain from the Captain Underpants show. Surprisingly enough, the game where you run around trying to find boogers isn't exactly good or scary. The gameplay here just consists of exploring an area to find collectibles, and when you make your game about exploring, you're going to want to make sure that the environment is actually fun to explore. This game doesn't do that. It's all just so boring. Here's a concrete wall, here's another concrete wall, and here's another concrete wall, but this time the floor is red. I kept getting lost here because everything looks so similar. I spent a lot of time going around in circles. It's not fun. Also, for some reason, the crouching is delayed. It takes like a second for you to actually crouch after you press the crouch button. It's really annoying. Some of the boogers are locked behind things like keys in C4, which you can lose if you get caught by the nose monster. There's not even a jump scare for this, by the way. You just get taken over to the game over screen. Great. Not only will you lose your things if you get caught by the monster, but all the doors will also go back to being locked. After I died and realized that the wall I blew up with C4 was up again, I just quit the game. I did not want to go through all this again. In terms of horror, I've seen Mickey Mouse sure scarier than this thing.
Do you need to paint portraits of Minnie? No. I already have.
Obviously, the game called Don't Get Sniffed probably isn't trying very hard to be scary and rival the greats like Garten of Ban, but like, it isn't funny either. I have a lot more in common with Don't Get Sniffed than I expected. Do people find getting chased by a giant nose funny? Am I just out of touch or something? The microtransactions in this game are probably the scummiest of the games I'm talking about in this video as well. Okay, so for 249 Robux, you can get 2 times speed in order to avoid the nose monster better. This is pointless because you're already faster than a monster. For 149 Robux, you can get all of the boogers. Yes, you can pay to not play the game. Incredible. For 199 Robux, you can open all the doors. All 3 of them. Technically 2 since the first key is super easy to get. For 99 Robux, you can punch people. Finally, for 599 Robux, you can nuke everyone, making them start over. 600 Robux, just to be a minor inconvenience for people. Incredible. This game just sucks. It's an actual snooze fest, and I'm done talking about it. For some reason, these midnight games are all over Roblox. I'm not exactly sure why, because these games are pretty bad. I played one of these with my friends one time, and I thought it was pretty funny, but I really wouldn't call the game good. The midnight game I want to talk about in this video is Midnight Halloween, because, well, it's almost Halloween. Once I started the game, I learned that my parents weren't home, and then it's up to me to give the trick-or-treaters candy. That's the game. Yeah, the gameplay of this game just consists of opening the door for trick-or-treater, getting some candy, and giving it to them. That's it. However, sometimes it will be an insane change in gameplay, like instead of giving out candy, you have to clean up trash, or mop the floor, or run from the killer for a minute. It's really fun, trust me. Also, for some reason, there's a bunch of guns around the house, which is really weird. Like, is my dad Jonesy or something? Why do we own a rocket launcher? Why do all these guns cost over 100 Robux? Anyways, trick-or-treaters began showing up, and the first one is some kind of young Sheldon, who says some hilarious lines like, thanks, that's so Sigma. After the first batch of trick-or-treaters, I go to turn on the TV, and as it turns out, there's some guy called a stalker roaming around, and he's pretty dangerous. There's no time to think about that though, because kids want candy. Yes, it was just announced that there was a killer on the loose, and people are still outside trick-or-treating. Then I got visited by a police officer, who asked me if I've seen anything suspicious. No. The police officer tells me to watch out for the stalker, takes some candy, and leaves. Hopefully he's going around telling people to go back to their homes. I don't want to see another trick-or-treater enter my house. Okay, never mind. This is the best game ever made. After giving candy to some more people, like the stupid chicken nugget, the power went out. Freddy? I went to turn on the power, but oh no! It's a dead guy! And the stalker's here too! The stalker started chasing me, so I ran back inside the house. Thankfully, this serial killer's main weakness is glass doors, so he disappeared. I called the police, and they said that they were coming, but then the stalker broke in! I ran around the house trying to avoid him, until... That's That's it. I sat through 20 minutes of boring and repetitive gameplay for that. The only real positive I have for this game is that it made me laugh 1 or 2 times, like the random Lego guy. The gameplay sucks, it's just the same boring thing over and over again. The ending sucks, it's literally just text and the killer doesn't even die or anything. Nothing scary even happens until the last 3 minutes when a soccer first shows up, and even then, calling it scary is generous. Oh, and the people from the thumbnail of the game don't even show up in it, so why are they here? Also, the guns are way too overpriced. The shotgun alone costs 300 Robux. Yes, this 20-minute game is asking you for 300 Robux just for a different ending, which is probably just gonna be text as well. Awesome.
Five Nights at Freddy's, that's where I wanna be.
Well, it's time to play another FNAF game. I mean, not only is it tradition at this point to talk about FNAF games and Roblox videos, but also, the only character that can really put in a thumbnail right now is a nose monster. In FNAF Survival, you're in the FNAF pizzeria and must run away from an animatronic until it despawns. If you survive an animatronic, you get points, which you can use to buy things. That's pretty much all there is to the game. I'm not sure why so many Roblox horror games just consist of running around an area trying to run away from something with not much gameplay apart from that. If there's anything positive I have to say about the game, is that the models are actually pretty good, and the pizzeria is mostly accurate. Also, the most expensive Robux purchase is only 79 Robux, and while I think that's a bit overpriced for this game, it's a lot less than Robux purchases and things like don't get sniffed. Anyways, here's a fun fact. I suck at this game. I managed to survive one animatronic, but after that, I just couldn't do it anymore. The animatronics are really fast, and if one finds you, it's pretty much over. I tried to survive, but I died again and again until I got the idea to hide inside of the security office with everyone else. However, Roxy was guarded the only open door, so I'd have to be very sneaky to get in. Also, I got disconnected. After this, I made it my goal to keep playing until I won. My strategy was to stay in the office the whole night, but these animatronics can kill you through walls, so that didn't really work. I died again and again and again and again, and eventually I just started losing it. How am I that bad at this game? I wanted to win. I needed to win. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this one more time. And actually, I was doing really well. I managed to escape Scrap Baby in the office, and I was freely roaming around the pizzeria. This could be it. I might actually win. While I wouldn't consider this game good, it's probably the most honest of the bunch, so good job, I guess. Also, I love how in order to enter the pizzeria, you have to go through Freddy's mouth, Simpsons ride style. I find it really funny for no reason.
Who wants a Krabby Patty at 3 in the morning?
The final game I'm going to talk about here is Don't Call at 3 AM, a game where you can call a variety of scary characters at 3 AM.
Tonight, we witnessed minions pop out of our TV.
I started by trying to call Freddy, but he was locked behind Robux. How could they lock my hero behind Robux? Whatever, if I couldn't call Freddy, I'll just call Jumbo Josh from Garden of Bam Bam. Josh somehow responded despite the fact that he has no fingers, and I got to experience the gameplay of Don't Call at 3 AM. Gameplay is a bit generous. All you do in this game is call somebody, they move around for a bit, and then they jump scare you. I didn't even realize that this was all there was to it at first, and thought that I just needed to do something to activate actual gameplay, so I just hung up on Josh. You can also take photos like some kind of crappy version of Pokemon Snap, and I don't think they even do anything, so not sure why they're here. After hanging up on Josh, I realized I could text him, so I told him that Garden of Bam Bam sucks. He didn't respond. I think that means I'm right. Then I decided to call pomni TheAmazingDigitalCircus because I needed a code in Robux to call Kane and Jax. I can't believe they locked the two best characters behind a paywall.
No i jak tam, moje skibidi sigmy?
Pomni did the same thing as Josh, and she even gave me a spooky visual jump scare. I decided to text Pomni, and this time she responded. I'll wake up soon. I'm starting to think that this game is a bit too scary for me. I asked Pomni why she jump scared me, and she responds with, why? That's not an answer. I decided to find out if Pomni knows Freddy, the jump scare master, and she said yes. I am now considering this an official part of Digital Circus lore. Then she decided to show me this, and this is definitely AI art, right? You can kind of see these two things blending together here. This sign just has gibberish, this window will kind of cut off, and this didn't even look like the Digital Circus. Now I get it, people make mistakes. Forgetting to finish this window is probably something I would do, but like, this has to be AI art. If you've been watching me for a while, then you probably realized that I draw on my thumbnails and occasionally post drawings to announce when a video comes out, so yeah, I'm kind of against AI art. I can't believe Pomni would stoop to that low. Shame on you, Pomni. Shame on you. I began bullying Pomni for use of AI art, and after demanding to see Jax and Freddy, she showed me more AI art. I decided to leave and call somebody cooler. That cooler person is Baldi of Baldi's Basics fame. He starts the call by entering the classroom via sneaking through the window. Is Is this meant to be scary? Because it's working, I peed my pants and began crying everywhere. Once the call was over, I texted Baldy and he proceeded to ask me this question. Then Baldy showed me some AI art of what I presume is meant to be math equations. After asking if this is AI, he showed me even more AI art. Baldy proceeded to say that math time is over and that now it's time for more math time. I hung up. Finally, I called Joy in disgust from the Pouchy movie. However, Pouchy was nowhere to be found during the call. I asked him where Pouchy was and disgust responded with yuck.
How dare you? When you cross absolutely the border, dare you?
She then said that this conversation was disgusting, and that was the last straw for me. I told Joy in disgust that they suck, that Pomni sucks, that Baldy sucks, that what is that? No, I'm done. This game sucks. I can't do this anymore. So in conclusion, these games were not very good, especially the last one. I'd like to make more videos about Roblox horror games in the future. I've been interested in the topic since it got recommended to me by Phil7646, but I'm probably going to talk about actually good games that I make more videos like this. Like I said at the start, plenty of Roblox horror games are actually really good and probably deserve to be talked about more than Don't Get Sniffed. Now if you excuse me, I've got to go get revenge on Roxy and my internet for preventing me from winning a night in FNAF Survival. Bye I guess.